What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. So, look, let me do this real quick. Now, Anthony Joshua has been getting a lot of hate from Americans, from people who, for whatever reason, like, I don't personally care whether you like Anthony Joshua or not, or any other fighter, okay? But I'm just going to point out some things that I see and that I know, okay? First off, look at his resume. Look at who he's beaten. Compare his resume to the rest of the heavyweight division. And the only person that's right there with him in terms of competition is Dillian White. Okay. The two guys who want to call themselves the two best heavyweights in the world. Okay. One who never defends his title, then claims, I've been undisputed, so that doesn't mean anything to me. So for anybody that's still looking for undisputed and crossing their fingers, to understand, for somebody to say that undisputed doesn't mean anything, I've been that already. And that to me is like no build-up. You know, the fans, I would think you'd be more intrigued with hearing a guy wanting to, he wants to tear into this guy. They want to fight bad. That is what makes fight fans want to go see a fight. Then on the other hand, you got another guy who says, this guy don't want to fight me. He already making excuses. But then turns around and says, yo, him and Eddie Hearn, they begging me now. They calling begging me for a fight. Okay. If they're begging you for a fight, how could they be trying to duck you? Same guy that said, hey, I could have fought Anthony Joshua for a lot more money, but I chose to fight you. Okay, so he's telling Fury to be a man of his word, right? And fight him instead of AJ. Okay, guess what though? You also told Dillian White you'll freeze him out for 2 years. All right? And then you say his style is easy to beat. You'll easily beat him. So what you basically telling us is, look, it's not even worth fighting Dillian. I'll destroy him. Okay. Well, if not Dillian, who else then? If not AJ, who else? Were you going to fight Fury 4 more times? Fight Luis Ortiz 4 more times? So who do you want to fight? Okay. Same guy that said, I'm not fighting AJ for any amount of money. So don't wait for it. Okay. Now, my thing is, for all the people that say they don't like AJ, which I don't care, one thing I can say though, I've never heard anybody give an actual reason of their own. All I hear them do is repeat shit that Blue Blood and Dante and Fanon and all these guys say. And I'm like, how does that make you hate a guy? Because of what somebody else is saying. So, I don't hate Deontay or Fury or whoever. I just don't like a lot of the goofball shit that they do. Excuse me, I have no filter and I don't bite my tongue for nobody. And that's how I'm always going to be. But you're saying this guy's this and calling AJ a bum. And so you mean to tell me the unified champion of the world is a bum, but for some reason, every time a fight gets called off, it got nothing to do with AJ not being ready. It's never AJ's right, AJ didn't want to fight. No. I don't want to hear nothing about that like I said, that fake ass 50 million nonsense. This was, let me call his bluff. He said for 50 million, I'll fight Deontay tomorrow. So then they come to try to make him eat his words, but they come with some bullshit stipulations. We already know the deal with that. Case in point, if Deontay Wilder was British and Anthony Joshua was American, Fanon, Blue Blood, Dante, Ego, all of these Deontay Wilder fan channels, they wouldn't be giving a shit about Deontay Wilder. And they'd be saying Deontay only has a right hand. He's not skilled. Anthony Joshua can box. Now we know he can box in the back foot and he can walk you down. He got punching power in both hands and he has better technique than everything that everybody is saying about AJ right now. That's what they'd be saying. Do you really think that they would cheer for another guy who wasn't American over an American? You already see that. Y'all don't ask yourself that. Imagine if AJ was American. You couldn't tell them nothing. And you know what they be saying? AJ's better than Lennox Lewis was. AJ's better than this guy. Matter of fact, I think he's better than Tyson. You don't think they be saying that when they're saying that Deontay, one hit wonder, one trick pony, that he is better than them? Do y'all really think that they would treat AJ the way they do now if he was American? Look, Efe Ajagba, dark skin, tall, braids, whatever in his hair, punching power. Similar to he's similar to Deontay in certain ways. Do they care about Efe? No. No. Do they even care about Michael Hunter, who is American? No. We already know how they feel about Dylan and Del Boy and all them, so I ain't gonna bring them up, but that's what I'm saying. People, it's just like this. If you're a Christian and you say, I don't believe in what these Muslims believe in or whatever, because you were born a Christian, right? But if you were born Muslim, you'd be saying the same thing about Christians. You understand what I'm saying? Because guess what? You're only following what you was taught. So this is clearly I'm choosing sides, right? I'm picking and choosing, and that's just the way it's going to be. Okay. It's because of a fighter's nationality. A lot of people, if not most, they cheer for people that's from their country. Okay. Let me look at it and break something down that people never point out about Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua when they compare the two of them. Anthony Joshua was getting love from the British people regardless. When Anthony Joshua made a comment about don't support stores from people who oppress you, right? From your oppressor. He's not telling you if somebody has white skin, automatically don't buy from them. No, he's telling you, look, it's your money. You got the right to spend your money wherever you want to, right? But don't sit back and say like these people are oppressing us. These are our oppressors, right? Then you got black-owned businesses or whatever that you could be supporting. You keep going to the same people that you're saying as your oppressor. Like you stand up. It's just like this, right? For example, when we talk about Manny Pacquiao's popularity, what do we say? Yo, he has a whole country behind him. Okay. He fought Floyd Mayweather, and you had more Americans cheering for Manny Pacquiao than Floyd. Now check this out. When Joshua made that comment, several people felt some kind of way because they didn't understand what AJ was saying. This is not me trying to twist his words or trying to make it. No, he's telling you, look, I feel the same fucking way. So let me put it in my fucking words. If I am dealing with people like, for example, if I walk in your store, okay, and you stereotype me or you act funny towards me any kind of way, what the fuck am I spending my money in your store for? I'll give you a perfect example of stereotypes. I went in the store to buy something one day. It was Bed Bath & Beyond. It was Victoria's Secret, one of them. And so they had some shit in there, some perfume or something that was new. Now, let me just say it like it happened. The cashier was white. There was like 2 or 3 people ahead of me that was white. 2 like couples, whatever. When the white cashier was talking to the white people, this is what she was doing. This is our newest product. It's so good. It's so good. I love it. And it smells so good. Yada yada. It's like that's my favorite. And this and this. And this is how she was talking to all of them. When I got to the cash register, she goes, yo, what's up, yo? Yo, listen. Let me tell you, let me put you on this right here. Let me put you on D. This is the bomb right here. Like, yo, this is my favorite. Like, yo, I get up every morning. I got to put this on. So I looked at her. I said, you okay? She was like, yeah. I said, okay. Nah, you're awfully ghetto. That's all. Anyway, how much is this? She had the stupidest look on her face. You know what she did? She went, God, I'm so sorry. I feel so stupid. I said, I didn't have to spend my money then. She apologized. But she felt stupid. She's probably done that before. And she's probably had people, yo, she cool as hell, yo. Yo, she talk like a real nigga, yo. That's probably what she got. Yo, she cool as hell, cause see, but then she came across somebody, black skin, and oh shit, he's different. He ain't okay, he don't, okay, oh shit. She felt stupid. Now, I'll give you another comparison. I was in a store one day. As a matter of fact, the store right across the street. And Ollie's. Let me show y'all something. Okay? Y'all see that store? Can y'all see the letters? Ollie's. Alright? That store right there. I'm in the store one day. I'm buying something. And I'm not sure if I was getting the right thing. So I'm in the store probably 5 minutes. So I walk back there like, let me see, let me make sure. So I go on my phone to read because you know how you got certain cartons look the same and it's like, you're not sure. I'm like, okay, let me just make sure. And I'm going to look to match it up. This dude is like, every time I turn around, he's somewhere like pretending he's fixing. Look, he's literally just doing this. Look at the top of this, y'all. He's literally just doing this. And he's cutting his eye. And I'm like, so I looked at him and I said, may I help you? Made him feel stupid because he worked there, right? He goes, oh, okay. I turn around again. He's on the other side doing the same thing. He's trying to look through the rat. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to fix this motherfucker. I said, I'll show you something. So I went and got like $300 worth of shit. And when I put it up on the counter, he's ringing it all up. He gave me my total. I said, you know what? I don't even want this anymore. I feel disrespected coming in this store. Being watched like I want to steal. I got more money in my fucking pocket than what this shit costs. And I just walked out the store. I was walking past one day because this store is right down the street from the gym I'm about to go in. And the lady saw me, sir, how you doing? Can I talk to you for a minute? She told me what happened. And she went on a surveillance camera to see who he was talking about. And basically, he wound up getting fired. I don't know if it was because of that or whatever, but she said that she told him you were wrong. Like, why? You know, like, I don't know what the conversation was. I just know what she said to me. And she basically was like, no, because you come here all the time. You've been coming here for years, and I don't want to lose customers because of that type of stuff. And believe me, that would never happen again. And this and this and that. And I just had a meeting today with all the staff, and that was so wrong. And pretty much, regardless, I didn't, whatever. And I said, well, you know what? I appreciate you doing that because it's very insulting for you to walk into a store, especially the store you come in often, just to have somebody treat you like you're some common criminal. So even for people like, oh, he was just trying to do his, no. I was the only black person in the store. So why wasn't he checking anybody else doing that shit? No, he's so focused on me. You understand what I'm saying? And I was buying, what was it? One of them like drop blanket, what you call them? The little throw blankets. But I wanted to make sure I was getting the right one. Because when they fold it up sometime, it's similar, but then you get it and realize, oh shit, it's not the same one. That's all it was. But at the same time, and like I said, I'm in the store like 5 minutes, okay? Stereotypes, okay? If that would have been accepted, that behavior been accepted, why do I need to go in there? I don't have to go in there. I got a variety of places I can go. But what I'm saying is, if I'm going somewhere and I feel discriminated against, okay, why am I going and giving you my money? So, okay, if it's a race issue, if it was okay, you got to watch people like them. This is my point. So when he said what he said, yeah, I agree. Okay, if you white and you go into a store and you go around areas and black people looking at you like, fuck you doing around here? Hey, white boy, why the fuck would you spend your money in them stores? This is not about you segregating. This is about, no. Nobody's saying, oh, only buy from black people. No. Don't buy from your oppressor. Everybody white doesn't want to see you suffer. This is what I'm saying. Everybody black don't want to see you suffer. So what I'm saying, you go to New York, they got Chinatown. Jamaica has Chinatown. Several places, San Francisco, Chinatown. So what I'm saying is you go in those areas, you're going there for a reason, right? It's true, you know what those areas are like. So that's my point. Even though they call it Chinatown, the employees there, they have people live there, but it's mostly the employees. The majority of the shoppers are not Chinese. So if you're going into their stores and they're watching you, yeah, what are you going to say? So when Tyson Fury made that comment, now if I would have said that, I'd have been racist. And I said, why would you even put yourself in that conversation? It's like you speak before you can analyze what a person is saying. That's what Anthony Joshua was saying. At the end of the day, though, Anthony Joshua, you never hear him, okay, when he fight a white-skinned fighter, you've never heard him say, it's us against them. You understand what I'm saying? He's not trying to put a wedge between him and the fighter because of skin color. He has his fans, his opponent has his fans, and it's like, okay, it's us against them if you want to say that versus me and my fans. Not based on skin color. The people that ride with Anthony Joshua. The people that ride with, whatever fighter. So Deontay Wilder is saying it's us against them. He don't even see Anthony Joshua as black, first off. Or if he does, it's like, well, he ain't the same kind of black as me. You always, so when he's talking about Brits and how all the Brits be biased towards each other, they take up for each other. Well, check this out. If you, like he told a white guy, a white British guy, he told, see how you try to cover for your countrymen? Right? Talking about Dylan. Well, that guy's British and white. Dylan and white, okay? Is British and black, well, Jamaican or whatever the fuck he is, but bottom line, right? Deontay Wilder don't have a big following in America, black or white fans. But even in America, he tries to segregate black people from white people and say us versus them when he's fighting a white fighter. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, why is that your way of trying to rally the troops up? To use race to do it. AJ don't do shit like that. His opponent is his opponent, and he's respectful to his opponents. Jarrell Miller talked all that shit, saying he was on PEDS and all that, and then who the one popped dirty, right? So all that, I don't like you, B, all that shit he was saying, yo, New York niggas is real, nigga. That's what I'm saying? We real over here, nigga. You a fake ass nigga, yo. Like, ain't nobody all that gentleman shit, nigga. That's fake shit, nigga. I don't like you, B. You got a small picker, B. You got a small picker. You got a small, remember that shit? All that dumb shit he was saying? Right? Talk about the man's dick and all that. Okay. So when I watch these dudes, I'm like, why they do clown shit and then try to paint the picture that this is how black Americans act? No, motherfucker. Just say that's how you act. And the people that you have in your circle, that's how you motherfuckers act. No. So you telling me, because think about this. He did all that talking. Who the fuck is talking about Jarrell Miller? And that just goes to show you that even the fight that he was supposed to have with AJ was still the fucking draw. He was the one that everybody was coming to see. Nobody gave a fuck about Jarrell Miller. And since then, who the fuck is talking about Jarrell Miller? Everybody's calling him Jarrell Pharmacy Miller, right? Even Americans, everybody cracking jokes, especially Americans cracking jokes on him. So it's what I'm saying. Then think about this. Jarrell Miller and Deontay Wilder don't even get along. And Jarrell Miller told the whole world he was fucking Deontay's girl, like, oh, you got my leftovers and all that. So is that how Americans treat each other? So when you trying to be the poster boy for what black Americans are, this is what I'm saying to you. If Anthony Joshua was an American, all that shit that they're saying about him, they wouldn't be saying. And they'd be bragging off his accomplishments and saying he accomplished far more than Deontay Wilder in a lot less time. How come Deontay Wilder didn't unify against Charles Martin? Every fucking thing that is being said on the flip side is what they'd be saying. And we know that. And that's the only reason why he gets so much hate from Americans is because he's not American. That's the only fucking reason. And that's where that bullshit comes from. Now, Dylan White and AJ don't like each other. And whenever their little personal beef from the past, I know they fought the amateurs and all that shit and all whatever. When Dylan White even says shit like the guy's a fucking criminal. He's a fucking criminal. Okay, so AJ himself said he did some shit. He was living a lifestyle that he basically realized he had to change from. How many motherfuckers do you know right in your family used to do some foul shit? They don't do that shit now. So when you're saying he's a criminal, what are you saying? Once a criminal, always a criminal like this? So you see the man boxing, he changed his life around, you doing what you doing. Instead of people having camaraderie, it's just one of these, I hate motherfuckers, I don't like that motherfucker type shit. Okay, cool, y'all don't have to like each other. But at the same fucking time, right? It's not like because Dylan White doesn't like Anthony Joshua that Blue Blood and all them give a fuck about. No, they don't care about none of that shit. But when they hear somebody talk bad about AJ, they like that shit. And truthfully, they don't want that fight. They'd rather see him fight Fury and fight somebody else. They hope AJ lose that title so Wilder don't have to fight him. That's what they really hope. That's what they really hope. So understand this, right? For all the American fighters right now that's black, that's not PBC, they don't give a fuck about them. They're very selective. Look at how they treated Jamal Charlo for saying Tyson Fury really won the fight. He was just the better man. Look at how they treated, what's my man's name? Little young kid that basically Blue Blood said it was him, not Deontay Wilder, that wanted the video taken out. Forget his damn name. But y'all know who I'm talking about. Look how they treat him. Simply because he gave his honest opinion. So they go to show you, they don't give a fuck about you being black. It's just certain people. And they only have one black American heavyweight that has just a little notoriety. And that's Deontay Wilder. They don't give a fuck about Clarissa Shields. Listen, look at how they talk about her. They don't care about her. She's black. So it's just, like I said, they're selective with who they like. But because we got one dude, what if Anthony Joshua was black American, just like Deontay? They put their money more on AJ at that point because why? They know AJ's a better fighter. But then you got people who might go, well, I'm dark skinned, so I'm going with the dark skinned nigga. Who knows? Because they into that type of ignorant shit. You got people that's like that. So all of this whole talking about fucking AJ ain't this, oh, he can't fight, he's stiff, he's a robot. Now they talk about, oh, Fanon got a video talking about AJ's not the same fighter anymore. He's not getting knockouts like he used to. He's on the back foot, he's scared to get all this shit. And I'm like, you know what's so funny? Every time y'all say something about AJ, he gonna prove y'all wrong. And the one loss he got pissed all of y'all off because he avenged that loss. Your boy Deontay got the fuck beat out of him, and then all y'all did was make excuses and shit, right? And even though he has a third fight, supposedly, with Fury, just like him, all y'all doing is talking about fights 1 and 2. That shit is haunting them like a motherfucker, and it pisses them off because deep down in their hearts, they claim they know boxing so much, right? They can sit here and critique. Look at how they critique other fighters. But when it comes to AJ and Deontay, you gonna tell me you really believe that they think he's better than AJ? And that's the only difference with AJ and Wilder as far as the way those alphabet boys and all them other fucking followers that they have, their little minions, see it. That's the only difference in the way they see them. It's because one is British and one is American, and the British fighter is the better fighter. And that's all that is. You can't tell me no different. If motherfucking Anthony Joshua was American, you couldn't tell none of them alphabet boys shit. And the fact that he's a 2-time unified champion really fucks them over. Because at this point, Andy Ruiz was supposed to beat him twice, fight Deontay, lose, and then all of a sudden now, because he don't have to fight AJ for it, Deontay's the new, you know what I'm saying, undisputed. That's what they was hoping. That's what they was hoping. And that shit didn't work out. And the fact that Deontay never went after undisputed when Charles Martin had that shit, that goes to show you that even Charles Martin was considered a level up. You know, that he would be more risky than the people that Deontay Wilder was fighting. And if not, then explain to me why he didn't take that fight. Explain to me why, when his own manager stood, his promoter stood there, remember, all y'all gotta do is go look at this shit. But we know that Team Wilder, like they people that's on his side, that they love to erase videos. But let's not forget. So, Wilder, Deontay, what do you think about fighting, Vladimir Klitschko? Remember, jump right in. Same one that said that AJ's over there buck dancing for Eddie Hearn, remember? He sat there like this guy. Remember, he said now. Wilder said, Eddie Hearn can't tell you shit, you your own man, right? What'd he say? When you the fighter, you the boss. It ain't what Eddie Hearn was, it's what you want. So why did he let his manager stand up there? We're not gonna put him in there with the likes of Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's just a baby. 30-year-old baby. Because that's how old he was when he won that title. Here's the crazy part about it too, right? Everybody, but you gotta understand, Wilder only had a short career. No, motherfucker, you gotta understand that. He won a bronze medal, okay, in the heavyweight division. Anthony Joshua won a gold medal in the super heavyweight division. And he came out the Olympics a big star. Huge anticipation. What I'm saying is this, people. Okay? You think when Jay-Z go on stage and perform that he feel like, yo, I don't want no white people in the audience. I don't want no Latinos, no Indians, nobody. I just want all black people in the audience. You think that that's what happens? You think when Michael Jackson was performing, he only wanted just black people or just American? No. Man go around the country performing, people love them. So how you come from a country trying to put a wedge between you and other Americans based on skin color and then saying our oppressor is this and that, but at the same time, you got a white manager. You got a white dude named JD's who you fired a black man for, but then they want to talk all this bullshit, buck dancing, yada yada. You bring Malik Scott in, so what? And you still got white people on your team. You don't have an all-black entourage, but he puts this wedge between black Americans and white Americans. Now, am I saying that every white person don't like him because of? No. Racist people are racist people. So if that's the reason that they don't like him, well, they know who they are. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, I know a lot of white people that have said shit like, you know, I used to like Wilder as a fighter, man, but because like, you know, you anticipate the knockout, but this guy's like, he's always talking like making race everything, and it's like, Deontay, I'm white, and I'm saying I think that you could knock any of these guys out, but then it's like, not only that, he's saying this crazy shit like about the shit about him talking about, you know, knocking somebody out, like staring a kid in his eyes while his daddy's on the floor with his body twitching and shit like that. And I'm sitting there saying, listen, plain and simple, right? I don't give a fuck about being nobody's fan because I'm not. But what I mean when I look at people is this. I'm going into the ring to fight you, right? My job is to beat you. Who follows, follows. I'm not going to tell somebody if you're not black, you can't ride with me. So when you're saying us versus them, right? You're not saying, first off, I'm not going to sit and support Americans versus Brits. No. This ain't the fucking Olympics, man. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say America versus any, no. The country has nothing to do with it. When you fighting somebody from a different country, yeah. Look, Canelo said he don't want to fight another Mexican because he is Mexican. And I say that's bullshit excuse to not fight certain people. That's like, what? So that make you look like a fucking, that's like a racist ass statement, because what are you saying? I don't mind beating the fuck out you. You ain't the same as me, so I don't see you as the same, right? But I don't want to fight another Mexican. Man, listen, I give equal opportunity ass whoopings. I don't give a fuck what color you are. You be black and blue when I'm done. So at the end of the day, I don't care about all that bullshit. We gladiators. We go in here, we fight. The fuck you talking about? I don't want to fight another Mexican. I wasn't buying that shit from Canelo either. But check this out, okay? Him saying that, you gonna have a lot of Mexican fans going, come on, Canelo, with that punk ass shit. We all Mexican. We warriors, man. Go in there and fucking fight. You know, go in there and fight Benavidez. Go, stop with this fucking, no, all of a sudden now you don't want to fight Mexican fight. Okay, whatever. I would never tell nobody, yo, I'm black, I don't want to fight other black fighters. No, I don't want to fight my actual blood brother, my cousins, my friends, people that I love. No. But because you black, I don't want to fight you. Stop. Now you got people that saying Canelo don't want to fight black fighters. Okay. According to Canelo, he don't want to fight Mexican fighters. You understand what I'm saying? To me, that's bullshit. I don't give a fuck who else accepted, but that's bullshit to me. But he's not sitting here saying, now imagine instead he's saying, you know, if he's saying I'm Mexican, right? Fuck the other Latinos. If you Puerto Rican, right? If you motherfucking from Brazil, if you motherfucking, anywhere else, from anywhere else, motherfucker, fuck you. I'm all about Mexico. All the other Latino fans that's not Mexican would be like, man, fuck you. If Manny Pacquiao said, hey man, listen, fuck Chinese, Fuck Japanese. I'm all about Philippines. All those people were like, man, fuck Pacquiao. You understand what I'm saying? His countrymen gonna stand behind him, but he just lost everybody else. So it's no different for Deontay Wilder when he says it's us versus them and always talking this oppressive shit. And then this comes up when you fighting a white dude, but it's like, what does that have to do with you going ahead fighting this guy? Y'all boxers, that's all it is. So anytime anybody try to use a race-driven method to push a fight, it's not going to work the way it's supposed to. Ask Hector Camacho, because back in the day, remember he was asked about who he wanted to fight. Man, I'll beat any of these niggas. Oh, he got heat for that. And we ain't had social media back then. Because it's like, fuck you talking about. You know what I'm saying? And he only made that reference when they was talking about, because they was naming black fighters. I'll beat any of these niggas. We know that, you know, amongst the hood, that word nigga is universal where people just, yeah, nigga this, nigga that. But it's like, nah. It's one of these situations where, let's just be real, y'all. Okay? Two men go in the ring. They fight. The better man gonna win. If you fighting somebody's countryman, you fighting in somebody's hometown, whatever, you want to get booed, more than likely. If it's because you beat their hometown guy, okay, cool. But if it's about race, like put yourself in them shoes. Let's say you're walking back to the dressing room after you win, and all you hear, you fucking nigga, or you fucking spick, you fucking chink, you fucking no good Brit, fuck you. Yeah, that's different. That's no class. That's no class whatsoever. And you wouldn't even feel welcome in that country. Like, man, listen to this shit. All I did was came in here and fought this guy. I win. And now they're bringing my nationality up. They're disrespecting me because I want to fight. And that's why I say when any fighter make racist comments like that, you shouldn't support that. In fact, instead of sitting and nut hugging, when you go in there in their comment section on their channels and pages and all this, you need to be, hey man, that wasn't necessary what you said. Just like when Bernard Hopkins fought Joe Calzaghe, and he was like, I never let a white boy beat me. I was like, where the fuck that come from? Joe Calzaghe wasn't talking no racist shit, and I'm just being straight up real. Just like between Fury and Wilder. Fury wasn't saying no racist shit. Wilder was. You know what I'm saying? Wilder was. He's the one made it race. Now when Tyson Fury opened his mouth, when he said when he was saying, nah, if I would have said that, I'd have been considered racist. I'm like, why the fuck would you put yourself in that position? You ain't had anything to do with that. So every time, like AJ said, when he's saying addressing the situation for, you know, the Black Lives Matter movement shit and all that, you turn around and put yourself in the position. If I would have said, wait, that's almost like when somebody be like, well, you guys say nigger all the time. How come I can't say it? Oh, so you telling me you want to call me a nigger? Well, no. Well, what the fuck are you asking that question for? So, you know, this is what I'm saying. Every time somebody speak, you don't need to give your opinion. So it was that type of shit. So I don't play no favoritism shit for nobody. I just know, like, look, man, just like guys like Nigel Benn, Chris Eubanks, Salvador Sanchez, if them motherfuckers was Americans, if they was fucking Americans, don't fucking tell me people would. That's why I'm saying. So all this pick and choose because it's my countrymen. Okay, cool. Just like if you from Philadelphia, right? You cheer for the Philadelphia 76ers. There's no rule that says you got to cheer for the fucking team in which the city or state that you come from or whatever. But okay, let's be real. Let's look at, for example, when Michael Jordan was playing basketball, right? The Bulls, they three-peated twice. 6 championships in 8 years, because you know Mike disappeared for them too. Came back late that one season, came back to number 45. He killed all their dreams. Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, Gary Payton. You know what I'm saying? He killed all their fucking dreams. All the motherfuckers. Sean Kemp, Akeem Olajuwon, Charles Barkley, they couldn't get shit to Jordan left. You think if Michael Jordan would have came back and said, fuck that, I'm going to the Lakers. You think the Lakers would have been like, fuck Michael. Any team, the New York Knicks, the Supersonics, any team in the NBA would have been like, hell yeah. Shit, we definitely going to win a championship now. We got MJ. Any fucking team. Look at LeBron James. All of a, it's funny because out of all the years I've been watching basketball, living in the same different states that I've been, I've never heard nobody say they was a Cleveland Cavaliers fan. All of a sudden, when he goes to the Cleveland Cavaliers, everybody who was talking about a different team, now you're a Cavalier fan? Then it's funny because when he left and went to Miami, all of a sudden now you're a Miami Heat fan. Like, oh, you're not a fan of the Cavaliers or the Miami Heat. You're a LeBron fan. I'll see what this is. It's like Dr. J going from the Nets to Philadelphia. No, you're not a Net fan then. You're a Dr. J fan because you follow him from the Nets to, okay, I get you. I see what you're doing. So that's my point. When he was playing with Cleveland, right? Cleveland got to play against Miami. You think Miami's cheering for him? No. But guess what? Now he goes to Miami. Oh, shit. We got LeBron. But before he went to it, you know what they were saying? Oh, LeBron and all that. Nah, I mean, he could play, but man, I think such and such is better than him. But all of a sudden, when they found out LeBron was coming to Miami, oh, shit. Dwayne Wade, too. Oh, we got a squad. People are going to choose sides. But again, when you use race to be the fucking driving force and trying to promote something, I think that that's trash and it has no class behind it, man. And again, before I close this video, let me say it one more time because I wanted to sink in. If Anthony Joshua was American, all of these fanboy channels, these alphabet boys, and all these people that hate Anthony Joshua would be, yo, AJ is the man. And there's nothing that nobody could fucking say different. And you want to know, for people that hear this video, they'll be like, all right, so what you think the British should be saying about Anthony Joshua if what's his name, if Deontay Wilder was British? You think they'd be saying Anthony Joshua is better? Like I said, people want to try to ride with their countrymen. But if you be real about some shit, right? I give you an example. Sporting Icons. I haven't watched his channel in a minute either, man. I gotta check him soon. I haven't been watching none of these people, but he'll tell you who his favorite fighters are. But you want to know what's crazy? Sporting Icons is always talking about, like, he'll give Ali his props, Holy, for all these different dudes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he favors the British fighters, him being a Brit, yeah. But I've never heard him say, I hate this person, I hate that fighter, and you guys are like, I hate. Do you read some of the comments that people say about Anthony Joshua? I hate that motherfucker. He ain't nothing but a big swole ass robot. Fuck that bitch ass. I'm like, yo, y'all the real bitches, cause like y'all in y'all feelings. Sporting Icons will tell you, he's like, I'm a Dillian White fan. I'm a AJ fan, but Dillian White is my guy, right? He says that. Here's the funny thing. Sporting Icons is white. He's a white Brit. He could be saying Tyson Fury's my guy. No, he said Dillian White. You see what I'm saying? Not only that, like I said, he gives American fighters, any other fighter, their props. Okay? He give them their props. But at the same time, right? You don't hear him saying he hate this guy. He hate that guy. I've heard David Haye, different British guys go at an American fighter over a Brit. I've heard them say it. I've heard the shit. This is what I'm saying. You guys are sitting here making excuses for every detail involving Deontay Wilder where he has weaknesses and vulnerability. Everything. If you want to sit here and talk about his resume, you want to talk about his knockout percentage, but then we say, but look who the fuck he's knocking out. Well, who Mike Tyson knock out? What? Then what y'all do was really funny, is when people say, hold up though, Deontay Wilder only has a right hand. He don't hurt you with body shots. He don't hurt you with a left hook. He may finish you with one, but it all starts with the right hand. And his level of competition is why he's able to do that, right? First fucking thing y'all start talking about, but like I said earlier, but you gotta understand, Wilder only been fighting, he had a limited experience. So if he has limited experience, wouldn't that explain his limitations? But yet, y'all want to argue like he's the best heavyweight out there. And I remember Dante's Boxing Nation made a video after he got his ass whooped and said, just because you want a guy to win, that shouldn't mean you think he's going to win. Man, I don't know, man. He got to work on everything. For that lazy ass jab, and he got to work on everything. That came out of Dante's mouth. What's the other guy? Nestor Gibbs. Let's not forget. He was Deontay all the way until they had a miss. That situation happened with that video being taken down, and then he showed everybody how he really felt about Deontay Wilder. You don't just say shit like that because you mad. No, he knows he's been covering for this dude and lying about his skill set. He knows that. So this is what I'm talking about. So believe me, I guarantee you, I can get, because I can sit down with any one of the motherfuckers face to face, and they'll be like, nah, Aries, real shit, I ain't gonna lie. Anthony Joshua is a better fighter. No, ain't no cameras running or nothing, trust me. Yo, he is a better fighter, but I mean, Deontay can catch him, but like overall, I ain't gonna lie, it'd be hard. I think like I do think Anthony Joshua is better, and I've had people say that shit to me. But I mean, these content creating motherfuckers, I guarantee you, off camera, they look, they know that. They know that. Let me show you the opposite. PBC guys say Errol Spence is a better fighter than Terence Crawford. I think Terence Crawford is a better boxer than Errol Spence. I think Errol Spence's grit, along with Errol Spence can box. I just think his grit, along with his determination, with his skill set, I think he'll be able to overcome Terence Crawford. It's yet to be seen. But I think Terence Crawford is the better pure boxer. I think that. I believe that. Okay. I can't guarantee you Errol Spence will beat him. I just like Errol Spence as a fighter. But I'm telling you who I think the more skilled is between the two. If you ask the PBC lovers, they're going to try to give Errol Spence the edge in every fucking category. You understand what I'm saying? I don't do that shit. I just say it like I see it. And like I said, I think Terence Crawford's a better boxer. You know, but that grit, and look, that same grit always gets Errol Spence through fights. And it's like he just keeps coming. He don't stop. He can take a punch, and he can fight. But I think Terence Crawford is more disciplined. He can stick to the game plan, and he might be able to frustrate Errol Spence. We don't know. You see what I'm saying? This is why when the better competition you fight, and you beat the best guy, we can see what you made of. Like, okay, so this dude know he can box. Just like, for example, Anthony Joshua was known for coming forward, seek and destroy. Then all of a sudden, now he learned, I can fight and box on the back foot. I can work off the jab. Okay, cool, all right. So at the end of the day, if we're going to sit here and you know how, remember when you was a kid and you played video games? And everybody would get their character like 100% on everything so they could have advantage in the game, right? So they know ain't nobody going to beat them, right? This is what these guys do in real life. Everything about this guy, he got everything. He's faster, stronger, got a better chin, he hits harder, his left hook is better, his right hook is better, his jab is everything. He can fight with his eyes closed. He can catch bullets with his teeth. This is what these guys do. Y'all know how it go. Anyway, I just wanted to say this and get this video out and get this off my chest, because that's the only reason that he gets all his hate from the U.S., because he's not American. If he was a black American, you couldn't tell these dudes nothing. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.